Let's get straight to the point. You're sitting there right now, probably with your phone in your hand or within arm's reach, and you have absolutely no idea that you're actively nuking your brain's reward system into oblivion. I'm talking about dopamine, the neurochemical that's supposed to make you feel motivated, focused, and alive. But instead, you've turned it into a burnt-out light bulb because of one relentless habit that feels harmless but is secretly rewiring your entire nervous system. Here's the thing. Your brain wasn't designed for the world you're living in. Evolution gave you a dopamine system that rewards you for survival behaviors like eating, connecting with others, and achieving meaningful goals. It's a clever little chemical messenger that says, hey, that thing you just did, do it again because it keeps you alive. But somewhere along the line, we hacked the system. We found a cheat code that floods your brain with dopamine on demand, and that cheat code is sitting in your pocket right now. Every time you unlock your phone and start scrolling, you're essentially mainlining dopamine straight into your prefrontal cortex. Social media apps, video platforms, news feeds, they're all designed by teams of psychologists and engineers whose entire job is to keep you glued to the screen. They're not evil, they're just really good at exploiting the fact that your brain cannot distinguish between a notification ping and the thrill of discovering fresh water in the desert. To your ancient reward circuitry, it's all the same dopamine jackpot. But here's where it gets nasty. Dopamine doesn't just make you feel good, it also sets a baseline. When you flood your system with cheap, easy hits all day long, your brain starts to expect that level of stimulation constantly. It's called hedonic adaptation, and it's why nothing feels satisfying anymore. That book you used to love? Boring. A conversation with a friend? Can't focus. A walk outside? Feels like torture because your brain is screaming for the next dopamine spike, and a tree doesn't deliver notifications. Your receptors literally downregulate. That means your brain starts producing fewer dopamine receptors because it's overwhelmed by the constant barrage. It's like turning down the volume on life because everything got too loud. So now you need more stimulation just to feel normal. You're not enjoying the scroll anymore, you're just feeding an addiction to avoid the discomfort of withdrawal. You're essentially a lab rat pressing a lever for pellets, except the pellets are likes, comments, and autoplay videos, and the cage is your entire existence. And let's talk about what this does to your ability to do hard things. Dopamine is also the neurochemical of motivation and delayed gratification. It's what helps you sit down and focus on a project, work toward a goal, or push through discomfort because you know there's a reward at the end. But when your brain is used to getting dopamine every 30 seconds from swiping, the idea of working for an hour to finish a task feels impossible. Your tolerance is shot. You've turned your brain into a toddler that demands instant candy and throws a tantrum when you try to feed it vegetables. The research is genuinely terrifying. Studies show that excessive social media use correlates with increased rates of anxiety, depression, and attention disorders. Your ability to focus is deteriorating. Your sleep is wrecked because blue light and overstimulation right before bed obliterate melatonin production. And let's not even start on the comparison trap. Every scroll exposes you to curated highlight reels of other people's lives, which makes your own existence feel like a blooper reel. Your brain interprets this as social rejection, spiking cortisol and tanking your self-worth. So what's the fix? You need to reset your dopamine baseline, and that means doing the one thing that sounds impossible. You need to stop reaching for your phone the second you feel bored, anxious, or uncomfortable. Boredom isn't the enemy. It's the signal that your brain is ready to reset. When you sit with that discomfort instead of numbing it with a screen, your dopamine receptors start to recover. You're teaching your brain that not every moment needs to be stimulated. Start small. Put your phone in another room for an hour. Go for a walk without headphones. Sit and do nothing. It will feel awful at first, like your skin is crawling because your brain is detoxing from the constant hits. But after a few days, something shifts. Colors look brighter. Conversations feel richer. That book doesn't seem boring anymore. You're not broken. You were just overstimulated into numbness. Your dopamine system is a gift, but you've been treating it like a vending machine. If you want to feel alive again, if you want motivation, focus, and genuine satisfaction, you have to stop poisoning the well. The screen will still be there, but your brain won't wait forever. If this video made you want to throw your phone out a window, do me a favor and hit that like button. Share this with someone who's currently scrolling their life away, and subscribe because we're here to wake you up from the digital coma. Now, put the phone down. Seriously.